Now it's Ask the Dietitian with Sally Sawaya from Sally's Diet Right.
Good morning, Sally Sawaya. Welcome.
Good morning, Gavin. Good morning, Olga.
Very nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So Sally is from Sally's Diet Right, which is in Rabier, and you are a nutritionist, and you can help people with their nutritional needs. And what kind of thing are people coming to you with at the moment? I suppose it's getting ready for the summer.
Yes, now it's mostly weight loss. I have some weight gain. I have people with IBS, lactose intolerance.
What's IBS?
Irritable bowel syndrome, where you're sensitive to some kinds of food because you will have bloating and problems.
Yeah.
Pregnancy, sports tailored diets and stuff like that.
You can find Sally online at sallysdietright.com or Sally's Diet Right on Facebook with the right spelt R-I-T-E. So you have your top 5 things, I suppose.
Yes, Gavin. It's 5 tricks to avoid feeling continuously hungry when you are on a diet.
Oh God, it's so annoying.
Yeah, lots of people complain about that.
So the tricks that you should do to stop yourself feeling hungry when you're on a diet, number 5.
Make sure your diet plan is adequate and fulfilling, because sometimes the diets are really not planned properly, so you'll feel hungry because you're skipping meals, or your meals don't include enough fiber, proteins and healthy fats, which should be combined in one meal.
So it's your body actually telling you like we're not getting enough.
Enough, exactly. So you need to just plan your meals better, and don't have only carbs for a meal. Just include some good fats and proteins, because proteins really help in satiety.
Okay.
So proteins actually make you feel full.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Number 4.
Brush your teeth.
Really?
Yes, because brushing your teeth is a very quick way to curb your appetite. Studies have shown this because they help reduce craving. And some foods don't taste right after you brush your teeth.
That's
so
true.
most probably you're less likely to snack.
And there's another reason. If you do it in the evening, let's say you're
lazy.
Yeah.
I know your reason. It's true. It's because you feel lazy and you're like, I don't want to brush my teeth again.
So you brush your teeth, let's say at 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
And you know you're going to go to bed at 10 o'clock, and then you don't want to brush your teeth again.
Exactly.
So you
don't
won't have
snack.
that chocolate bar.
It's a really good strategy. I swear.
It works.
Tricks.
Number 3.
Chew a gum or have a sugar-free mint candy. Because again, some studies have shown that if you chew a gum that has a strong minty taste, or you have that mint, it helps immediately decrease your craving, and it gives you like a feeling of satiety. So it helps reduce hunger. And that trick will really work, but make sure you have sugar-free gum or sugar-free candy, but not the regular one.
You want to go crunching sugar into your teeth.
Yeah.
And number 2?
Have a glass of water, or better yet, a cup of tea. Because normally we mix up the hunger and thirst signals.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, so if you drink a big glass of water, you may feel satisfied, so probably you're not really hungry. But now a study showed that drinking warm herbal drinks, including tea, can make you feel even more satisfied than plain water, because the flavor and warmth can actually mimic a meal.
Yeah,
mimic the
it's
feeling
true.
that
It's almost like you've eaten.
Yeah.
And number 1, the tricks to do to stop yourself feeling hungry when on a diet.
When you eat. I mean, stop multitasking while you are eating. Don't eat while your brain is busy doing something else. Exactly, or watching TV. It helps. This reduces your satisfaction. So make sure you give time for eating alone, or else your brain will be muddled and it will feel that you've not eaten, and then it will be hungry again.
Oh, wow.
I don't understand people who can walk along the street eating. I've never understood that.
Me neither.
Yeah, because I need to sit down. I need to savour my food. Anyway, if you have a question for Sally Sawaya, 03-887-000. So in the studio, Sally from Sally's Diet Right this morning, 03-887-000. If you have a question for Sally this morning.
Okay, so somebody's asking for examples of healthy fats. What are some examples of healthy
it's
fats?
definitely olive oil.
Okay.
So if you add a little bit of olive oil over the labneh or hummus or the salad. Avocados.
Okay.
They are a great source, again, of monounsaturated fats. Nuts and seeds. All kinds of nuts and
so
seeds.
any nuts,
Bizr.
peanuts, like the cheap ones, or cashews, the expensive ones?
But try to have them lightly salted or unsalted is much better.
Okay.
We're talking also about raw almonds and walnuts.
Okay.
Walnuts are great.
Lovely.
Okay, great. So those are examples of healthy fat. Somebody says, hello, can we please ask Sally the following? I have breakfast at 9, lunch at 1, but I reach home around 9 p.m. from work, starving, and I can't help myself but overeating. On top of that, I work behind a desk and no time to exercise. Any idea?
Oh, yes, sure. I mean, if you're having your lunch at 1 and then dinner at 9, this
There's
is
a
a
huge
huge gap.
Yeah.
Definitely will be famished when you reach home. You'll eat everything that's in front of you. So I would suggest that you have two snacks actually, not only one snack between your lunch and dinner.
How would you time them? At what time?
At least every 3 hours you need to have a snack. At
so
least
maybe around 4 and then again around like 6
7,
or
maybe
7.
something small, because if you have just a pre-dinner snack, I mean, your appetite will be suppressed. Just have, a small... some snack ideas are a small whole grain sandwich with labneh or cheese or peanut butter. You can have nuts with fruits or dried fruits.
Maybe an apple.
An apple is great, banana, orange, anything that you like and that's in season. You can leave some yogurt at work in the fridge, some low-fat yogurt, and you can have some oat flakes with it, Just have some creative ideas that you can keep with you at work. And you need to move, like new research says that you cannot sit for more than 90 minutes at the same sitting.
So
you need to move. You need to go, for example, pick up something from another office, go up the stairs, try to walk around if
have a break,
possible.
Literally, just get up for 5 minutes.
Especially at your lunch break, if you can walk for half an hour before you have your lunch, it would be great.
I think that's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a 1 hour lunch break, you spend half an hour walking and then half an hour eating. I think
that's okay. You're right.
Try your best if it's possible.
Somebody says, is noodles considered a fatty meal?
Noodles are pure carbs, actually. They are pure carbohydrates. They just give you energy. So it's not a complete meal. You need to add to noodles stuff to make it a complete meal. For example, vegetables and chicken make a good meal. That's it. So you need to add things to it to become a balanced meal.
What else? Somebody says, hey Sally, wanted to ask, I heard that most fat cells are created during early baby years. Is this true? And if a baby is younger than 2 years, is relatively fatter, will it affect his or her ability to be fit later in life?
Okay.
So like child health.
Yes, of course. Everything now there's something very important that for the first 3 years of age, what you give the child to eat really affects health later on in life. Affects his risk of heart disease, risk of cancer, risk of obesity. So it's really important the first 3 years of life. So it's true, we accumulate fat cells during childhood, and every time you gain weight, you accumulate fat cells. So it gives an indication of adolescence, health in adolescence, but you can always shape that to becoming a better adult.
Yeah. My mom didn't give me sugar for the first 3 years of my life.
That's great.
And it's amazing because I didn't know what I was missing. People are like, oh, haram. But I didn't know that I was missing sugar. So I was fine, Yeah. And I think that's a good strategy.
Yeah, you need to delay that for after 2 years.
It's hard because when people start to give your kids stuff.
Yeah, they will do.
The grandparents.
They try, yeah.
And then your mother has to say, I'm sorry, no, she can't have that.
And then she sounds horrible.
Yeah, she does. But baby food, I remember back in the 1960s when I was a baby, the baby food contained a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Does it still contain sugar now?
Now they reduced it. And if you pick up the right brands and you read the labels, some brands are actually sugar-free and salt-free for babies.
Wow.
Which should be the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we had a lot of sugar when I was growing up.
Yeah.
This is why I have that mad craving for sugar sometimes.
Yeah, they expose you.
Somebody says that sometimes gum makes you hungry because you were listing it as one of your things that suppresses appetite.
Yeah, most of the time, the mint-flavored one, it helps reduce appetite. But things, are individualized. Some people eat an apple and they feel hungry after the apple. So it actually depends on the person.
And the chewing actually gets your stomach ready, thinking,
Growling.
oh, food is coming.
Yeah.
And then nothing comes. It's a bit of a tease for the stomach.
Well, what about, this is actually, it kind of ties into went with this next question. I mean, I don't know if he's being silly or serious, but he says to ask you. So, does it help if you actually Instagram your meal before eating it? So, if you're actually taking pictures of it, does it help like somehow psychologically or something, or is this
helps
not related?
if you cook the meal, because if you cook the meal, you will be خلاص, your senses are saturated. You smell the flavors, and you really get tired while cooking the meal, and then you eat only a small portion, or you don't eat it at all.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yes.
Why is that? When you've cooked, you don't particularly want to eat it afterwards, or is it just my cooking?
Maybe it's because I'm always tasting as I'm cooking.
Yeah, and you're tasting and you're smelling it. Your senses are saturated with that dish.
One more question. There's one about smoking. I don't really like smoking.
Smoking a cigarette curbs appetite? Question mark.
Unfortunately, yes, but you shouldn't smoke because it does that.
But in the long run, if you quit, it makes you eat like a ton more.
It makes you eat more, yeah. So that's why I don't even start the habit. So because if you stop it, you're right, you gain about 2 to 3 kilos because you're always snacking and eating and craving sugars. So don't have it in the first place.
Okay.
Sally is from Sally's Diet Right. You can find her online at sallysdietright.com or Sally's Diet Right on Facebook with the right spelled how, Olga Haber?
RITE.
Sally, thank you.
Welcome.
This is the Chainsmokers, and you're listening to Gavin Ford in the morning. Gavin Ford in the morning.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the